Appreciate you, girl. Oh, me. Yo, Ashley. Move, Ashley. Yo, what's good, Pandora? Ashley. Hold on. I'm gonna get the beat right this time. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. I got it. I swear I got it this time. It's about to come. 3, 2, 1. How the fuck do I miss it again after listening to it the first time? What's good, Charlie Boy? Now I'll be checking back again. Today we are back with Danganronpa Lapse. Now, let's get straight to it, bro. Get straight to it. I don't remember where we left off. I think this is where we left off, I swear. I opened my eyes at the sound of the alarm. In my personal room, I sat up from my bed and took in the surroundings. So, the events of yesterday weren't part of some kind of strange dream. This is real. My personal room that I initially thought was luxurious and comfortable now felt oppressive. Because I'm a fucking loser and I don't have an ultimate talent. It wasn't mine. It couldn't be, since the mansion we found for ourselves in was for ultimate students. Bro, let it go, bro. Let it go, bro. I was reminded of my mediocrity and let my head fall back on the pillow. Ugh, I don't want to see everyone. I grumbled and drew the covers over my head. Huh? Uselessly trying to will away the shame of yesterday. There you go. I heard Ashley's muffled voice through the door. Good morning, Echo. Just coming to check on you. Oh, I've just got a minute. I'll be right out. Bro is that distressed because he's a fucking normal motherfucker, bro. Like, after getting properly dressed, I met Ashley outside my door in the living quarters hallway. Good morning, Ash. We walked casually down the hall to the foyer. You sleep alright last night? Fuck, this happened right there. Yeah, I slept alright, considering. I hope you're not feeling too down about the whole situation. I'm still coming to terms with it for real, but I'm feeling a little better after getting rest, and besides, everyone has been really nice. That's good to hear. You've always been good at bouncing back. What you mean by that? Bouncing back? Yo, I might have to start using that, bro. That sounds hard. Hold on. In the foyer, we were met with two other students loitering outside the dining hall. Ugh, sorry, I'm not a morning person. Neither am I, but I'm really curious about the door. The door seems scary. Good morning, say. Lyle, good morning. Good morning. Let's investigate to our best ability, yeah. Oh, yeah? That's what he meant. Lima, you seem better, Echo. Nothing a good night's rest can't take care of. True that. Yeah, morning. It's weird. I'd be having dinner right about now, but I'm waking up instead. Huh? Huh? What do you mean? One of my watches is set to my hometown time, and it says it's 7:43 p.m. Sunday, 6th of December. 7:43 p.m.? It's a 12-hour difference from now. Fuck, she stay at Wakanda? No, the date checks out. I was just thinking that the winter solstice will be coming up in about 2 weeks or so. Assuming we're somewhere westward from Say's date, today will be Saturday. I guess if we're all from different places, the time for certain people would be a little different. Even so, all our alarms were set to the same current time, so we'd eventually end up on a uniform schedule, right? Yeah, like recovering from jet lag. A bit unfortunate for those with larger time differences, though. Winter. It's too cold, but the new year is fun. In the dining hall, the familiar, warm aroma of fresh bread wafted through this room, and my senses swatched in comfort. There's a homegirl, Pandora. Oh, what's good, Pandora? I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy to see Pandora. I missed this game. I'm actually hyped now. Pandora placed a basket filled to the brim with freshly baked delicacies at the center of the dining table. Look at that shit, boy. Can I move this out the way? I wish I could. Good morning, you two. You've been working hard, huh? Of course. I had to get an early start if I wanted to indulge you all with some treats to begin the morning. Appreciate you, girl. Oh, man. Yo, Ashley. Move, Ashley. Yo, what's good, Pandora? Ashley. Let me stop trolling. I felt the sweet and savory fragrances seep into my body, the warmth of the sun and kiss. Dewdrop covered morning, the smell alone was sublime. That's something only me and my girl know. Hold on, I'll explain what that means in a second. Such a lovely setting. Yeah, it would almost be a shame to eat it. Almost. We wouldn't be doing Pandora justice if we didn't enjoy it. You're too kind. Help yourself. That's alright. We'll wait for the others. I sat at the dining table with Ashley and waited patiently for the rest of the class to arrive. The rest of the class filtered in and we began to help ourselves to Pandora's treats as well as beverages provided by the automated menu. After we all settled in, Missy stood at the head of the dining table to begin the discussion. I would probably take apple juice. My favorite voice. Hold on. Good morning, all. I trust you all had a good night's rest. I'm so smart. Our topic this morning will consist primarily of the problematic nature of the foyer's front doors. We will be investigating the rest of the mansions for any other exits that might have a similar mechanism keeping us from getting outside. You may split into groups or investigate as individuals. If you find anything at all, please utilize the digital kiosk found in the room you're in to relay a message. Relay a message? The digital kiosk can do that? Damn, Echo, no wonder you're not a fucking ultimate student. You're freaking dumb. Yes, I discovered it with Cyrus before we retired to our rooms last night. Do you do anything? As it turns out, the digital screens are not just for displaying maps or a specified function it provides in its resident home. It functions as a remote messaging system between all the digital kiosks in the mansion. For example, it can be used to communicate between the first floor to the second floor. We can assume further floors as we gain access to them. You want to leave? It's rather a rudimentary feature though. One would scan their bracelet on all screens across the mansion to unlock the feature and type using the on-screen keyboard. You cannot send to the with recipients. However, once you complete and send a message, it will show up on the screen for about 2 minutes before deleting itself. For the most part, the messaging system is used to translate the voice announcements to text for those who are hard of hearing. It's such a polite thing. I love people. Yeah. This mansion truly is all-encompassing in its endeavors to accommodate all. And that is precisely why we must investigate the reason the mansion itself would cause its residents harm. The group unanimously agreed. The meeting concluded as we finished breakfast. Everyone decided to split up and search for one room for themselves. Are we searching everything all over again? Don't tell me that, bro. I'm gonna get pissed. While I was still deciding where to go, Lyle approached me. Hey, Echo, would you mind coming with me to investigate the foyer doors for a moment? Huh? Why me? Because you were the one who experienced the shock firsthand. I was wondering if you could go back and retrace your steps to find clues along the way. I guess we could, but in all honesty, there's not a lot to retrace, I don't think. Nonsense. There's no harm in a second look with a fresh pair of eyes, yeah? I might see something different this time around. I feel like once we gonna take a closer look, like, he'll see what made him get shocked. In the foyer, Missy was already doing her own investigating, intensely staring at the walls. So what exactly were you doing yesterday? I thought carefully about what I was going to say. I didn't want to tell anyone that I've been worrying about not having a talent, which led to my reaching for the door handle in the first place. I thought I'd be an outcast if others knew I wanted to run away. After the welcome announcement, I was feeling a little tired from running around earlier that day, so I went back downstairs to my personal room. And like I said, at dinner last night, in passing, I was curious about the door and wanted to go outside. Is that so absurd a reason to want to reach for the door? Whoa, no need to get defensive. I was just wondering if you saw anything suspicious along the way. Suspicious. Cannon immediately came to my mind. Forte says she just left me collapsed for him to take care of. Why did she flee after I collapsed? I can't really think of anything at the moment. Huh. I guess I have to dig a little deeper in that scene of crime. Thanks, Echo. I'll investigate on my own from here. I don't know how that helped all that much, but you're welcome. La went over to the door and inspected the surroundings, carefully tracing the pelleting for any hidden mechanisms. In the meanwhile, I was curious. I wondered if Forte could help me figure out what went on with Cannon's disappearing at. Forte was unsurprisingly in the theater, inspecting the backstage area. Hello, Echo. Doing well, I hope. A little worried about the electrocuting door, but fine nonetheless. Excellent. I wish for you to keep your spirits high, despite the scare. Should you need any assistance, I shall offer my services. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, about that. I wanted to ask you about yesterday. I thought you might want to know more. However, the truth is as so. What I told you yesterday is all the information I have. I see. I admit, I didn't expect much more than what he had told me. The story seems straightforward enough, especially considering the emergency. Maybe you could tell me if you noticed anything odd? Forte paused. I suppose there was the trifling fact that Cannon fled up to the second floor right away. It's strange, had I been so startled by such an event, I might have retreated back to my quarters on the first floor instead. Upstairs, huh? Other than Conan fleeing the scene, I can't particularly think... Other than Conan fleeing the scene, I can't particularly think of anything to note. I suppose the whole ordeal was quite frightening. I'm sorry, Echo. I know it's a dire situation, but honestly, I'm not particularly equipped for this sort of thing. The mental hoops and note-taking required of an investigation are too much overwhelming. That's okay. I appreciate the thought. And actually, that little tidbit helps. Does it now? Bravo for figuring something out. He gonna be useless in investigations. He not gonna know shit. I made my way through the foyer, passing intensely focused Lara and Missy and up the stairs to the second floor. At the top of the stairs, I saw the digital kiosk light up, displaying a message on screen. Hi, climbing center. Well, it's certainly working. I paid no further attention to the message and continued on. Where could she be? I toured down the hall, past the jazz club, climbing the center and spot. However, my search came up short. So he's looking for Cannon. For sure. Oh, that's what that was earlier. That shit's just like... Upon entering the atrium, I saw her sitting by her lonesome in the center. Cannon? But before I could confront her again, a ringing sound played and an announcement followed. It's now 9 a.m. of the second day. Please make your way to the second floor floor atrium for a special announcement.
What now? What the fuck? I was fucking searching.
The few students that were already on the second floor made their way over quickly. Ashley, Art, and Cyrus.
Hey, did you all see the message?
Nah, we're just here because we... Fucking idiot, bro. Yes. Hello, right back at you.
Cool, it works.
Well, at least we discovered something from Art's larking about. What the fuck does that mean? The rest of the students from downstairs arrived shortly after Lau, Missy, Forte, and Pandora. Now, what could this be?
Maybe some third floor opened up.
That might prove helpful. I haven't found much on my end. Whatever it is, can't they just use the message system thing instead of making us walk all the way up here? Lame man. With all the students gathered in the atrium, once again, the bronze globe projected an emblem. But this emblem was different, and the voice that announced the following was different. What the fuck is that? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope you've been enjoying your special vacation away from it all. This voice was more high energy, like some sort of radio host or sports announcer. This is an extra special announcement for the students with us today. What is going on? You've been what is that word? Invited to play a heart-pounding, soul-searching, excitement-inducing game. Oh no! Is it happening? A game? That's right! A game! Not just any game! This is beyond universal, glamorously popular game that many students like yourself to get the privilege to play. Why, yes, it's the mutual killing game! Oh, it's here! Hold on, it's turning up. Mutual killing game? The mutual killing game. A game of hope and despair. A game of allies and betrayal. A game of cause and consequence. It's all so thrilling. Yes, indeed. You are all gathered here today by your own volition to participate in the festivities. To sign up for the Preservation Project is to sign yourself to the exclusive game of life and death itself. Upon hearing that detail, I saw the other students' faces go pale with shock. We were all thought to be gathered in a place of safety. That idea was apparently a farce. What the hell is happening? My cry was futile. The announcement was completely automated and the horrible things it was saying didn't stop. This delightful game will take place over 7 days in the very halls you explored just a day ago. If you'd like to leave earlier than the following, this one very simple rule. Kill a fellow student without getting caught. Trying to leave by any other means will result in consequences, as you may have learned this firsthand from a little jolt of discovery. Although I can't see why you would want to leave anyway. Inside, you have all sorts of lovely accommodating amenities. Live a luxurious life with these wonderful walls. That is, if you can survive. If you kill without getting caught, the ultimate prize, an amazing prize benefiting an ultimate student awaits the victor. I know. It's a lot of information to take note. We will allow you to absorb this information for the remainder of the day, so relax in the spa lounge, go climbing. But tomorrow, the real fun will begin. I'm not hitting that shit. The announcement ended on one final disgusting note before cutting out. The class was in absolute shock. No way. It can't be. Wait. What is this? A sick, twisted joke is what it is. Everyone was murmuring amongst themselves. There isn't anyone who would take the dreadful announcement seriously, is there? Pandora voiced a question at the back of everyone's mind. How could one? It's merely an awful test. There's no way one of us would commit such an act against friends. Who said we were friends? Exactly my point. You don't know nobody in here, Ash. Only person you know is me, girl. You don't know nobody else in this bitch, bro. And this is why I know he ain't gonna kill nobody, bro. Famous last words. All I know is somebody right now is all like, no way, I'm not doing it. But somebody's all, you know what I'm saying? While he's saying that, they're probably, yep, killing him. I'm doing it like this, bro. You can't trust nobody in this bitch, bro. Who knows? Maybe one of you is the puppet master running this shtick. This is turning out to be more interesting than that diffuse and electrocuting door puzzle. Electrocuting. I know I said it wrong. Don't make fun of me. This ARG is fun. Why? What on earth are you talking about? You think this is a game? What else could I be talking about? I'm the ultimate puzzle master, dumbass. Being a participant here is simply a test of my skill. I'll figure this puzzle out yet, don't worry. Oh, that's hard. That's the thumbnail. What the fuck? The rest of us were paralyzed in the atrium. The immense gravity of the situation was oppressive. No one said a word. Eyes were anxiously darting around the room to see who took the announcement seriously and who didn't. To think just this morning we were having a communal breakfast. The atmosphere was unbearably heavy. I stood there in a cold sweat. I was dumbfounded. It was a killing game, specifically targeting the ultimate students. It was selfish to think of this during a moment when all our lives were potentially in danger, but I really didn't belong here. This is a new one. Undetermined by the horrifying announcement, Lyle left the atrium in an almost giddy manner. Ooh. A smirk painted his face in stark contrast to our own astonished expressions. So, we're stuck in this weird luxury mansion for 7 days, huh? What's 7 days anyway? It shouldn't be too hard not to kill anyone during that time, right? We've made it this far. Art chuckled nervously, but the fact that such an inexplicable requirement like that existed in the first place was difficult to come to terms with. One very simple rule: kill a fellow student without getting caught. What kind of awful rule was that? Don't joke about the matter. Don't lose your head so hastily. I noticed the announcement rules didn't outright state that we necessarily needed to kill anyone to begin with. Perhaps Lyle is onto something regarding the ARG angle. Besides, Risk isn't nearly pressing enough to encourage such drastic notion. Despite the loophole Missy mentioned, the pressure of a killing game being presented loomed over us, crushing whatever sense of comfort we initially had. There's no use for us to be leering at each other in silence. We ought to continue the mansion investigation. Missy shook off the terrible feeling and went on her way to search for once more. Investigate? How could she ask for such a thing after something so scary just happened? Being able to stay composed at a time like this, Missy isn't easily shaken. Which is nothing to say about Lyle, who is excited. With nothing left to do with, we departed from the atrium, but the voice continued to haunt me as I left the room behind. Not doing it, bro. The awful crackle rang in my ears, filling me with dread. Upon leaving the atrium, the others dissolved into their own whatever thoughts. With the foyer door bearing any chance of exit, all we could do is wait. Wait? All we could do is wait for tomorrow, wherein tomorrow the real fun will begin. The so-called game with an odd emphasis on ultimate students. What horrible thing could possibly be in store for them? I'm sorry, y'all. Every time I play this game, I feel like somebody's behind me. I felt like I was being suffocated by the decorated walls and furniture that decorated students and their achievements. What had I gotten myself into? I followed close to Ashley as we drifted away from the atrium, dragging my feet through the hallways. Echo, are you okay? I don't know, Ashley. I don't know, girl. Some announcement, huh? Yeah, I'm still reeling from being surrounded by students with super talents. You mean to tell me you just heard this is a whole killing game and all you care about right now is the fact that you're talentless, bro? And he's probably not even talentless. He's just not an ultimate. He probably has some talent that he's not the best at. Bro, let that shit go. You were just told you were put in a killing game, bro. If you don't protect Ashley and yourself and let this whole ultimate ability thing go, honestly, I'm really just worried about you. Yeah, that whole killing game seems to center around the ultimate title stuff, so I hope you're not dragged into it. Echo, you don't need to worry about me. I'm a lot tougher than you think. I've fallen off horses more times than I can count, but I just get up and get back in the saddle. I can't help it. It might be a fluke or some kind of cruel joke. But what if it's not? Sorry. I know there's no use making myself sick with her. Don't fret about that. It makes sense. This strange situation would make anyone nervous, but look, I'm not going anywhere. Fuck, I skipped it. And you're my best friend. I don't think being friends with a little worrier is any trouble at all. Oh, perfect. If anything happens to me, I'm not going down without a fight. Oh! Ashley tried to reassure me multiple times that she wasn't going to get wrapped up in this absurd killing game, but despite her stubbornness, my heart sank further and further into darkness. Knowing such a game was thrusted upon us in the first place was too awful to bear. I didn't want Ashley to reassure me that she wasn't going to die. I wanted to hear that the killing game wasn't real at all. Ash, would you mind if I had some time alone? I'm still feeling overwhelmed. No! Oh, of course. I understand. No! In that case, I'll take some time to explore the mansion a little more. No! I'll always be around if you need anything. No! Stop saying this stuff! Take care, Echo. Ashley departed for the study. I went back into my personal room. No! It was all too much. I threw myself on the bed and let my body slowly sink into the comforter. As I sank into my thoughts, I went over the events at this supposed vacation in my head. I woke up in an unknown room with nothing in my possession, and in panic threw the door open to find my best friend Ashley Westridge, the ultimate. Ashley Westridge, the ultimate jockey, bro. Hello. That's right. She's the ultimate jockey. Supposedly won 84% of her races, whatever that meant. Regardless, she neglected to tell me of such thing during our friendship, bro. Who cares? Ashley and I teamed up to explore what we discovered to be a mansion. After meeting a handful of students, we discovered 9 out of 10 of them had something called an ultimate talent. There is someone who doesn't have one. Who doesn't have an ultimate talent? Echo Pine, that's right. With our group, I discovered I was the only one without some sort of ultimate talent. I wanted to speculate that perhaps I had no memory of such a thing, but in all honesty, I wasn't even able to list any interesting memories pertaining to an ultimate talent. I was in a state of disarray. After being overrun by the immense talent everyone encompassed, I found an urge to escape. I ran to the forest main door and was Electrocuted, that's right! Upon grabbing the door handle, a shock was sent through me, causing me to pass out. I lost consciousness and woke up sometime later in Forte's room. After the shock, the rest of the students became concerned. Our group split up the next morning and searched the mansion for any signs of traps. Sorry, y'all. I keep hitting my mic. In the middle of the search, we were summoned to the second floor atrium. There, we heard some horrific news. That's right. We're part of a killing game. A strange announcement reports that we were to be trapped here for 7 days, and the means of escape was to kill someone. Not to mention that the real fun will begin tomorrow. It was all so strange, almost unreal. No, I just wish it were unreal. I just wanted to go back home. I wanted to go to the comfort of I don't know how to say the word, y'all. And knowing my place. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Before I knew it, I had fallen asleep, lost in my thoughts. Bro, Ashley, please be alive. I opened my eyes. The clock on my bedside table read 12. Oh, I must have dozed off a little. Why can't this weird situation just be a dream already? I stared blankly around at my personal room. I guess I could take a walk to get my mind off things. I made my way to the foyer inside again. The grandiose foyer was empty, making me feel smaller against its elaborate decor. I dawdled around for a spell, thinking of what to do, when I heard a small conversation in the dining hall. Have a look at this. Please. Fuck. It was Pandora and Say. I paused at the doorway. It seemed that they were in the middle of something. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, it's lovely. The engraving is just immaculate. My sister gave it to me ages ago. I was wondering if you'd like it. Huh? Why me? Were you wanting something in return? Nothing of the sort. I was thinking, as a watchmaker, you must have a rich eye for detail. I believe you could give this piece the care it needs. I don't know. It's a gift from your sister. Wouldn't you want to keep it? I'm afraid I can't quite put it to good enough use. I cherish it, but if someone else can appreciate it more than I, who am I to keep it from her? I'll try to take care of it. Thank you. Even after a pressing situation made itself known, it seemed like Pandora still wanted to get along with everyone, even the most timid person. Some way or another, I left them alone. Bro, find Ashley, bro. Find Ashley. I stepped back into the center of the foyer. I wonder how everyone else is doing. Immediately, I wonder how Ash is doing. Come on now. Who else am I gonna check on? Hey, Echo. I was just reading about the painter named Marcel Osterzone. Garbage name, I know. Apparently, people think very highly of their work. Would you like to see? I learned about a Renaissance painter thanks to Ashley. So, how are you feeling? I'm feeling a bit better. I took a walk to clear my head a little. Glad to hear it. The last thing I would want is for you to get all worked up. Ash, I'm curious. How did you hear about the preservation project? I heard about it. Word of mouth. By word of mouth. I'm sorry. I can't read. I have some Ultimate Talent colleagues that were talking about the preservation project, so I signed up for it, along with my friend, the Ultimate Race Car Driver. Wow, jockey and race car driver? That's pretty high stakes tag team. Well, you know how it goes. Birds of a feather flock together. But I can't help but wonder whether he made it or not, or whether or not he made it in. Damn, Ashley might not be Echo. Found no Echo's thinking the same shit. Like, damn, she was never mine to begin with. Nah, bro. I'm sure he did. He probably just in a different group. Maybe. It's just, last I spoke with him, we got in a huge fight. Damn. Damn. She looked distressed. Ashley didn't seem to want to talk anymore. Sorry if I brought up something painful. No, it's okay. Fights happen when people are close. It's just a fact of life, I suppose. We've had our fair share of spats, but we have usually worked through them. Remember when I dropped your mug? I still have that mug. You worked pretty hard to mend it together in that, whatever the fuck word that means, fashion. Although it's a little too awkward to drink out of it. I knew it was your favorite. So I did my best. Thanks, Echo. I appreciate what you're trying to say. Don't worry about my silly fight. I'll get over it. I said goodbye and I let her have some time alone. Let's check on the homegirl message. I can't sit still. Gotta do it right. Hello. I can't sit still knowing there are questions to be answered. Would you like to join me in an investigation? I helped Missy search every corner of the foyer to no avail. That was kind of a heavy sigh. Are you okay? I'm not immune to the pressure of a situation we have found ourselves in, and I must confess something. If you would allow me to think aloud a moment. I intended to join the preservation project as a part of their operating group once I heard about it. I thought my skills would prove useful. Really? What do you think about it now? I'm convinced the group must have been infiltrated. The group is known for bringing in many talents from around the world. For starters, I know the Preservation Project Safe House was a large building with many wings for each group of Ultimate students. The groups are divided by the whole window of students signed up. In our case, we all signed up within a relatively close time frame, creating a group of 10. The individual groups are often offered a class project to work on together, utilizing all the unique skills in their pool. These projects apparently have varying results, given the fact that each group may or may not be composed of incompatible talents. Regardless, the end products are usually very unique. Wow, that sounds interesting. Even though I didn't fucking understand any of that, I'm just reading it. Certainly, it would have been an amusing and challenging experience to participate as well, but alas, other Ultimate students, huh? I left Missy continue investigating in peace. Alright, Forte. Welcome to the stage, Echo. I was just admiring the selection of props backstage. Would you like to try some? I awkwardly tried on some hats and masks for Forte. A killing game. It can't be our reality, can it? Excuse me, just thinking out loud. It's okay, I was writing the same thing. I mean, the Preservation Project. What am I saying? They can't be related. Surely the group has been infiltrated and is pulling a horrible prank. Though, I can't say I enjoy the perpetrator's flavor of humor. What is the Preservation Project anyway? It's a group that provides safe housing for Ultimate students, protecting them from extreme natural disasters. It had a reputation for taking in small groups of students at a time, since the news of it was passed along solely by word of mouth. Once enough students signed up, a number of them were let in. In our case, it seems the message got to the 10 of us. Word of mouth? Yes. A lot of Ultimate students often flock together in small communities within this area, since they're often outcast by the average people. I personally heard it when they acquired an Ultimate radio host to help spread the message to my community. I can recall with clarity his voice was boisterous and engaging, not unlike the strange announcer. Despite that, it was a modest arrangement overall. They seem to be constrained effort not to spread the word of far and wide, which is strange considering the varying range of students and talents around the world. Wouldn't you think that the group would extend this offer to more Ultimates? I get this. It does feel a little deliberate. Listen to me drawing away. Don't mind my pedantic thoughts. Just trying to make sense of this all is all. Forte quieted down as he continued to whatever the fuck Ultimate communities. I think Forte presented time to me and left the theater. This is all free time. I was wondering if I could skip it like other Danganronpas, but fuck it. Echo, wanna see how high I can climb? Safety first though. Of course. I watched R struggle with the ropes and harness before giving up on the idea of climbing all together. So weird. What's on your mind? This game thing. That announcement said it was a game, but it's not a very fun premise. You know what I'm saying? A huge mansion or whatever, just for the 10 of us to play a killing game. It seems, I don't know, expensive. What do you mean? This place is huge. Who would have thought maybe more people would be involved by the looks of it? Not that I want a lot of people to play a killing game. You say a lot of people, but are Ultimate students really so common? Yes and no? I'm familiar with Ashley's name, only because I pay attention to the sport, but I know zilch about photography. I think you just have to be in the right circles. And to put it in perspective, there are billions of people on the planet. It only seems like a lot of Ultimate students in this moment since we're all gathered up. That's true. Well, at least you don't have to worry much about all this Ultimate talent stuff. It's tiring sometimes. I felt unusually silent for a spell. Fuck. Anyway, doesn't look like or give me hold on, bro. Anyway, doesn't look like I can figure out this climbing business. Catch you later. Alright, give me a quick nod as he zipped up climbing center. I really didn't want to talk to this guy. I'll look for Cyrus. Hello, Echo. Have you come to relax for a bit in the spa? Feel free to join me. I settled in with Cyrus for a relaxing moment. Cyrus, what do you know about the preservation project? Oh, just about as much as any other students who signed up. It's a group that protects ultimate students for an extreme natural disaster. To preserve humanity's future, it's presumed that there is their goal, as the same implies. Huh? That is much I know too. It would be unfortunate to lose people who would benefit the world, right? That makes sense. What do you think of all this? I sighed. The scenario we found ourselves it feels like the very opposite of saving the ultimate students. It's terrible. Building excitement and hopes of safety only to crush those feelings and couldn't wrap my head around the idea. A more reasonable observation is cruel, isn't it? But most of all, I was still confused as to why and how I found myself here. In that case, what do you think of the others? Huh? What about them? Well, our associates all found in their way here, for some reason or another, isn't that right? No one would want to join the killing game voluntarily, that much is obvious. But say that the former were true, that they joined to become a part of humanity's future. Pandora seems keen on the idea that our talents can induce a worldly benefit and change. Do you think such thing could happen? I suppose so. Cyrus chuckled faintly. Why not? How optimistic. Oh, yeah, I guess it might be a lot to... Sorry, y'all. I have a burp coming out, that's why. To hope for, from the same scenario we're in, some shit like that. No, it's good. It's good for you to maintain the spirit that anything is possible. Cyrus flashed a pleasant smile again before reclining back on the spa chair in silence. After a beat, I saw myself out as Cyrus continued to enjoy his time in the spa. I think that's everyone. I learned a little bit more about the preservation project and how the others found their way to this place. Despite that, I was still left pondering my purposes here. After spending some time with my fellow classmates, I had wandered back to my personal room, but upon entering, I realized that I didn't have any personal effects with which to pass the time, so I stepped right back out into the hall to see if anyone wanted to socialize. Oh my fuck. Incidentally, I came across Say and Cannon on their way in from the foyer in the halls. Hey Say, Cannon, I was about to go to the dining hall. Did you want to come?
We just left the dining hall, you fucking fuck.
Oh, I see. We stood in silence for half a minute. Well, I should go. She shuffled off, leaving me and Cannon to fill the empty air.
She went right back out to the foyer to who knows where, like fucking dumbass.
Huh?
Say's personal room is right here.
Maybe she wants to spend some time in one of the activity rooms?
Maybe.
The conversation came to a whatever the fuck.
I'm just being cautious.
Cannon turned and withdrew to her personal room. I let out a deep breath I didn't know I was holding in. Cannon tires me out. What? I made my way to the dining hall, running into Ashley along the way. Thank you, Lord. We greeted each other in a rather unusual manner before sitting down with other students who had already settled in for a meal. Echo and Ashley, feel free to join us. We were just starting. How have you been faring since this morning? They're dragging it right now. Fuck. I'm feeling much better. Thank you. Pleased to hear it. Missy sat at the end of the table. Art and Cyrus sat across from each other with Ashley sitting next to Cyrus. I shuffled in, sitting next to Art and across from Ashley.
Man, what kind of class only has 5 students?
One that has been delusioned by a strange game, apparently.
Yes, it is a little disheartening to see only half our group gathered here.
Well, it is strictly required that we all have dinner together. I saw Say and Cannon in the passing. They must have had their share already and were on their way out.
She's a pretty shy girl, so I can understand perhaps she didn't want to be around a large group of people.
And Cannon, she's awfully mysterious. Well, there's no use running her about them. They can do whatever they please, but we shouldn't question their actions. Even if they're suspicious? And for that matter, doesn't the killing game frighten any of you? I voiced the questions that had been ruling my thoughts. I mean, there's really no one capable of that sort of thing, is there? My question was met with silence. Look at her eyes. She's never, looked like that. Echo, I understand that you might be afraid right now. It won't do you any good to worry. You're only going to run yourself ragged, thinking about the frightful possibility.
Yeah, Missy's right. It's just some dumb announcements out of nowhere. So what's the threat?
Precisely. We shouldn't make ourselves sick with anxiety from something that hasn't involved any consequence.
Plus, if there was a killing game, why would they give us such nice amenities, whatever the fuck the word is? Why not just throw us in a creepy locked building? Wouldn't that pressure us further into killing each other to escape an unknown scary building? Pardon. Shouldn't dwell on the specifics of something so mysterious and harmless. Let us just enjoy each other's company in the fixing of this mansion to its fullest. Thank you for encouraging the words, Missy.
Missy won't get shook up. She's the definition of keeping it cool.
With the atmosphere lightened up, we continued our dinner with lively chatter. I was thankful to have such positive energy surrounding me. After dinner, we all departed to wrap the evening with our own activities. Ashton and I walked over to the living quarters to the rest of the But before we went to our respective rooms, Ashley pulled me over to the end of the living quarters hallway. Ash, what's up?
Echo, I've been thinking, and I don't know how to say this. This killing game, it has me really worried.
An ultimate battle royale. Just saying that is ridiculous. It has to be some kind of themed ARG or weird elaborate prank. I was kidding around, but Ashley remained still with a serious demeanor.
Well, you're here, aren't you? How else would you explain your high school plaque on your personal room door?
Huh? Sure, it's a little strange, but that could mean anything. I was probably just mistaken for a different student at my high school.
You know what I think it means? It means I was right.
What?
Echo, being involved with me only results in ultimate levels of trouble. This game that's especially curated for ultimate students managed to gain a collateral student participant simply by association. Me.
Ash, what are you saying? She just called you a fucking bum, you loser. She called this man. Oh, somebody was behind me. She called this man a fucking loser. That's fucking perfect.
I don't want you to worry about me. Yes, I can protect myself, but it's more than that. I remember that night, the night you dropped me off after we had dinner. You couldn't walk me to my house. I did, in fact, make it to the house in one piece, but when I looked back out on the street, I noticed something strange. I saw smoke. It was coming from the direction you dropped me off, so I assumed the worst. I wanted to run out there and see what had happened, but the only thing I remembered after that was a sharp pain and then black. Right. It must have been a target or something. Someone must have subdued and captured me at the same time, you as well. Whoever did this, it seemed they wanted to cover all their bases, which meant if you saw anything that night, you had to be taken also. I trembled at the thought. The problem was, I didn't see a thing happen that night. Echo, I can't protect myself. I can protect myself, but I want you to keep your distance so whatever happens to me doesn't come to harm you as well.
How could you say that? We're best friends. I can't abandon you all the time at a time like this.
I need you to let me alone. It's for your safety. It hurts me to even think about it, but I don't want you to be in danger because of your relation to me as a close friend.
I couldn't believe what was happening. Ashley's face was painted with remorse. She only wanted to keep me safe, but in return it meant we needed to be apart. Ashley gave me one last hug before retiring to her room for the night. What just happened? I hung my head in despair. Why did this have to happen? I clenched my fist in frustration. Damn it! I pounded the wall trying to process everything when I heard a gentle voice. I'm so sorry for what just happened. I already know. I twirled around to find the source of the few faces behind me. Yeah! It was Pandora. Her voice was barely a whisper. Pandora? You heard our conversation? I apologize. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I was only nearby because I wanted to talk to you privately. Me? Yes. I'm sorry, me. Does this message mean anything to you? Huh? What did it say? Pandora pulled a small piece of paper out of her apron pocket. The note had 2 small symbols on it along with some text. If you recognize one of the symbols depicted, then you have finally found me and are safe. Please do not speak of this note to 6 and trust no one but yourself. Whoa! Upon closer inspection, the symbols were similar to the ones the announcements showed. What? What does this mean? Do you recognize either of them? I can't say that I do. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was confused by the contents of the note, so I was hoping someone could help me. Particularly, I was wondering what the note meant by "you are safe." Based on what's shown on the note itself, the 2 symbols could be of interest. It seems like there could be someone here who might be connected to whoever's controlling the announcements. Basically, there might be a spy. I felt the same, but I wish the implications weren't so. Where did you find that? It was in my apron pocket since I woke up. I don't know how it got there. I don't recall putting anything like this in my pockets. She tucked the note away back in her apron pocket. However, that wasn't really what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to say, I feel like you're a very special person. Put my glasses back on. I can't really explain it, but I feel a strong aura about you. Thank you? She smiled and went on. Echo, you might think being an ultimate student is some kind of extravagant existence, but you forget that there's a beauty in the ordinary as well. Even if we do have ultimate talents, we're still regular people just like you. Waking up with bedheads, sometimes showing up late to our appointments. We're just a little more preoccupied with one particular thing than most others. Thank you, Pandora. Pandora managed to quell a bit of worry in my heart. But it is pity. What happened between you and Ashley? It is a pity. My fault, y'all. I don't know what to think anymore. One moment Missy's telling me to believe a word that announcement says, not to whatever the fuck. Another moment Ashley's cutting ties with me in a firm belief of dangers of the game. What am I supposed to do? I felt my throat begin to choke. Oh, just this late, Echo. I don't think it's my place to say. However, this is but a bump on the road. Ashley will always be your friend, no matter what. And it may be difficult to determine what's in store for us ahead, so we must keep our faith and live on one moment at a time. The light started to dim as Pandora smiled at me one last time. It's now 9 p.m. Nighttime will begin at 10 p.m. Facilities will be closed until 7 a.m. the next morning. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. Here, it looks like nighttime has come. Well then, buona notte, Echo. And please don't tell anyone about this note. I don't want to cause any more unnecessary trouble. I feel like this note is the key to many mysteries of this place. I nodded. It was odd, but I couldn't find it in me to outright doubt Pandora. Good night to you too, Pandora. We both returned to our personal rooms to pass over the night. Returning to my room, I made myself comfortable and slipped into bed. I stared blankly at the dim ceiling, letting my mind wander aimlessly through the news I learned today. Nothing really stuck. Words and conversations and thoughts flew by as I let my heavy eyes close. One thought that pervaded the others was, what would be waiting for us tomorrow? I know, that's why I want to keep going. Come on! Before I knew it, I had fallen into a deep sleep. I opened my eyes to the now familiar colors of the room. I looked at the clock on my bedside table, 7:28. I turned off the alarm before it rang and suddenly got out of bed. Only 2 days had passed, yet I found myself beginning to acclimate, I don't know what the fuck the word is, but to the sleep schedule. I splashed my face with cold water, the icy sting charging my nerves for a sharp awakening. I wonder if anyone is in the dining hall for breakfast yet. In the dining hall were a few early risers just starting breakfast. Good morning. Good morning, Echo. Help yourself. I made some muffins with citrus today. Hopefully it'll encourage you or energize you. Whatever. Nothing like a hearty, satisfying breakfast to start the day. Oh, rolling with the same crew as last night? Except, I guess Ashley was switched in for Pandora? My heart hurt when Art mentioned Ashley. Pandora must have noticed and sat close to me. Here, I made lemon squares just for you. Ashley told me in passing you like lemon. She did? So Ashley was still looking out for me. Thanks, Pandora. Fuck. Thanks, Pandora. Can you tell her thank you for me as well? Of course. We continued our leisurely breakfast as we all took off the night's slumber. No one else came in during the length of our stay in the dining hall. However... Yes! It is now 9 a.m. Please assemble in the second floor atrium for a special announcement. Fucking thank you. After the announcement ended, I mechanically started to get up from my seat when Art loudly kicked his feet up on the table. No way! Art leaned back in his chair and pouted. We're not going to listen to your creepy announcements, you hear? He waggled his finger. He waggled his finger instantly at the ceiling. Nobody cares about. Hurry up. I wonder what happens if we refuse to assemble. Do we want to test a passive protest? Why not? I'm curious as well. Hey, isn't this dangerous? I agree. It might be risky. The only risk so far has been
From when Echo actively tried to escape, the past 48 hours have been nothing but casual to us. However, after a moment of silence, the painting above the fireplace switched to the announcement emblem. Fuck is that? It was the Killing Game announcer.
So, welcome to day 3!
So it's plays regardless.
I sat down and allowed the announcement to disrupt our morning. Are you all comfortable? Having a nice breakfast? Having fun sleeping in? That's great to hear! Today we'll be reviewing some general rules to our relative to our lovely killing game. They are as follow.
Students will enjoy an idyllic lifestyle with the whatever the fuck that word is walls for a duration of 7 days. Activity amenities are open up from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Breaking major assets, kitchen, refrigerator through the license center is strictly prohibited. At the end of 7 days, whoever survived is awarded with the ultimate prize. To expedite the process toward the ultimate prize, one must kill a fellow student without getting caught.
And to get the ball rolling each morning, a special music will be provided to exercise your mind. Today's force motive question is: are your talents a true preservation of who you are? Or are you beyond your talent? Stew upon these brain-teasing inquiries as you all carry one with your communal lives. And whoever actually went to the atrium gets an additional special gift. Yeah, I know. No one wants to go to the second floor just to hear an announcement. That's what speakers are for after all. So whoever followed the rules got a little something, if you know what I mean. Finally, if there are no developments by day's end, there will be serious repercussions. You all will suffer the consequence and be executed as a group for failing to participate in this game. Check out your bracelets. They all contain a lethal dose of Complex 53, just enough to knock you out into next lifeless in a minute. Whatever the fuck.
Huh? I flipped my bracelet over to see a small vial of clear liquid that attached to control chip. Our bracelets had these things the whole time?
But that's just a laser resort. I don't really want to use it on a last resort. What the fuck was I reading? I'm stupid. That's the fucking neck. I don't really want to use it unless you all really bore me. So, come on! You all make it happen!
The bizarre announcement cut out and the painting returned to its original form. So the thing they're giving us to motivate murder is a question? And threat of a clear liquid that is proclaimed to be deadly toxic gas. As far as I know, such a chemical by the name Complex 53 doesn't exist.
It might be just be water, like a prop or something? And to release it only at the end of the day, if nothing happens? I don't know, seems kinda weak.
I furrowed my brow. I recalled what Missy said yesterday, that the risk wasn't high, enough to do something drastic. The question was hardly raising the bar, not to mention a small vial of liquid. As for the other provided motive, as it were, I don't understand. We're meant to discuss the question with each other. Perhaps, unless anyone has any skeletons in the closet, I believe it is only fair to share our thoughts on the subject. I sheepishly ducked my head, but Missy caught me. Echo, why don't you lead us in our discussion? You're the most qualified since you sit in a rather gray area when it comes to ultimate talents. This isn't to say you're not included, but I think you have the most neutral viewpoint that is appropriate for judgment. Sure, if you say so. If you don't want to, it's not necessary. It's alright. I have to admit, pretty curious now. Well, let's see what everyone has to say.
Oh my god!
Alright, this is where I'm ending it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get through this. Messy for sure. A politician tactic, huh? A politician tactician, huh? It's glamorous. It's not glamorous. I'm often tasked with knowing the burdens and misdeeds of many people in power. It's somewhat a curse to be able to lie my way out of a sticky situation. How do you feel about being called the ultimate tactician, though? I don't mind. It is what it is. It is the strength I've been blessed with, and I would be misspoken if I said I took an interest in other things. I've always known my personality to be that of someone who informs. And if I can give purpose-driven voice power to speak up for what's right in the ensuing battle, it'll be a difficult one. Will produce satisfying results. I don't know what the fuck I was reading there for a second. I believe at the end of it, if intense debate occurs, there's often an intense emotion behind it. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen your fair share of selfishness and greed, though. Circumventing these intentions can't be trying, but you just need to take the good with the bad. Missy's self-assured as always. Is being a pro golfer a true representation of who I am? I don't really get it. I mean, I think it is. I haven't really expanded my interests outside what I know, which is golf, so I can't say anything else
encompasses who I am. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think so. If you tried something new now, I think it might be disorienting to fail at said activities since you're not ultra skilled in it. Oh, yeah, that does make sense. Well, ultimate golfer or not, yeah, I like playing golf. I think I got so good at this sport because I knew I liked it all this time and stuck around with it. Never really thought of the other stuff. Yeah, there we go. I guess it's a simple sentiment. Thanks, Echo. So, Cyrus.
Yes.
What does being called the ultimate charisma entail?
Why, it's the mystifying ability to draw people towards me with little to no effort. Or so I've been told. Some might equate the word charisma with charm, and in turn think that charisma has to do with good looks, beautiful voice, overflowing love, etc. However, I think charisma actually lies simply in having a kind soul. People are always swayed by those with a kind soul, be it they have good intentions to follow through on or bad intentions to take advantage of. I find myself absorbed in Cyrus' statement. I might even say you were rather charismatic yourself, Echo.
Oh, I don't know if I would go for that.
Nonsense. I welcome your presence. Call me.
I felt a little embarrassed after being given such a kind praise from one so-called ultimate charisma himself.
So, with that in mind, how would you describe your personality and talent? Not sure. It's always difficult to talk about yourself, though I suppose I do like going with the flow. I guess a word could be cooperative. Wouldn't mind beyond my talents. Honestly, I wouldn't be anything without baking. Even in another life, I think I would always find my way back to baking. It's just in my soul. I think at the core of it, such an activity represents all that I care for in life. The simplicity in sharing good food with friends. To make something infused with love, and to bring that joy to others. It's a quite special feeling, is it not?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Being so sentimental.
You really love baking, huh?
Oh, it's everything.
Everyone said similar things, that their talents running alongside their personalities. You couldn't have one without the other.
What an odd motive. I would imagine talking about this kind of thing among peers will only reinforce relations. If our captors are trying to plan distrust, I'm afraid I don't quite understand the logic.
I thought about the intention of the question, but all I could think about was that it might be to weed out spies, which involuntarily led me to suspect the person I would least suspect. Nothing. I averted my gaze from Pandora. She has some kind of secret note that bore the strange emblem of our mansion announcement. What could it mean?
If I may be so bold, I firmly believe from our discussion that our ultimate talents are truly one, and the same with our personality and characteristics. I'm inclined to agree.
I guess it's cool that we got to know each other a little more, though. Seems like a friendly enough topic.
Indeed. Our talents and skills born from passion within, and you simply cannot remove that aspect of a person without losing a part of them. A peculiar motivator, that one.
With our thoughts on the force motive question cleared, our group was able to finish the morning in peace. Breakfast club wrapped up, and with no other announcement to interrupt us, the afternoon was completely available for our individual activities. I didn't have anything in particular planned today, so I idled in the foyer before deciding what to do next.
Hey, Echo!
The familiar voice erupted behind me. Fuck, I thought it was Ash. What's up, Art?
This might be weird to ask, but do you mind if I hang out with you today? I'm kind of curious about the other students' talent stories, but I didn't want to go running around the mansion alone.
Why didn't you ask one of the others from breakfast?
Huh? Oh, 'cause you're cool.
What?
I mean, you're easy to talk to. Thought about asking Missy, but Missy's kind of imposing, honestly, you know? I feel like we have to talk all nice like I'm balancing books on my head or something.
I don't think she's strict on how others walk or anything like that. That aside, she stuck around with you on the first day, didn't she?
Well, yeah, you're right. Well, I'm asking you now since I'm here. Besides, I can't find Lau. I wanted to get another strategy meeting started today and maybe even help with some solving stuff, but...
So I was in his second choice. Somehow he seemed disappointed. Sure, I'll tag along. I didn't really have anything planned today anyway. I trailed off thinking about Ashley.
We can probably cut down on one visit right here. Since you and Ashley are best friends, do you know anything about her talent?
Honestly, I can't say that I do. This is the first time I even heard about such a thing like ultimate talents. All I knew was that she lived out in the countryside with her father on a ranch Westbridge stables. I didn't think all her time around horses amounted to something as intense as being an ultimate jockey.
Huh? Maybe she likes to be modest? I mean,
Just because she has high win rates doesn't mean she avoids taking care of the horses. Kinda like she works hard and plays hard. Does that make sense? I couldn't really make heads or tails of it. I didn't really want to be thinking about Ashley at the moment. Anyway, it was too overwhelming. I saw it. Yeah, I suppose that could be it. Alright, that's one down. Let's get going. It seems I got roped up into exploring the other students' opinions on the forest motive question with art. Not that I was opposed to the idea of learning about the others. There were a handful of people we haven't heard from. Alright, y'all, that is going to be the end of today's video. On the next video, so, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I believe somebody's going to get clapped, but y'all see it's, you know what I'm saying? It's starting to move forward, bro. So far, the people I don't trust, I'm going to be real. I trust everybody here. I don't know why. I don't trust them, but I don't suspect anybody in a way. You feel me? I don't know who would kill, but who I feel is gonna die, bro. I think Ashley's going to die, bro. I don't know why, but I'm really worried about Ashley. Matter of fact, I don't trust her because now all of a sudden she wants to stop being friends, and she says because she doesn't want to get me into trouble, bro. She might start some trouble. That's all I think, but I guess we will see, bro. I guess we will see in the next video. But if you enjoyed this one, like, comment, subscribe, and I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Lord knows I'll never keep from you. Fuck a text from my ex. I'm up next. Get no rest till I'm dead. I got stones.